and welcome everybody. Today I'm going to do a greenhouse and seedling tour. So let's get on with it and let's wander around and see what we've got on the go. This is the main greenhouse, which has our tomatoes and aubergines in there. The tomatoes are doing well in this bed. They seem to really be establishing themselves. I do need to put some canes in, but I'm afraid I'm off to Wales today for half term, so I won't get a chance to do that. But these Yellow Delight here, they are doing well. And I did start using these cone things, but they're not working at the moment. I've put some tissue paper into the cone because that's meant to help the water not drip through. But what's happening at the moment is I'm filling the bottle up, and it's just going through the soil, through the compost, and it's not meant to. It's meant to just slowly drip out. So I need to work out why that's not doing what it should be doing. But over here, it's the San Manzano. They are doing well. They seem to be establishing themselves in those pots. And then the aubergine plants, they look like they're enjoying their final positions. They look to me like they've grown a little bit. The leaves have grown bigger since they've got into their final positions. And the San Manzano here are doing well. But I have noticed this area is in shade a lot, so I'm not quite sure how these are going to do over here, but you never know, that might not be such a bad thing, them growing in the shade a bit. They won't dry out so much, but these seem to be doing well too. I reckon I'm going to have loads of side shooting to do when I come back. Down here I've got long trays, watering trays. I've got my watermelons. I'm kind of waiting for them to grow a bit more because they're not doing terribly great. Not really sure why. Got some antirrhinum there, then some calendula flowers here. Oh, there's another watermelon. And then the sunflowers, my sunflowers, they are dwarf sunflowers, but they are not doing hugely well. They kind of just sort of stopped, I think. But we'll see how they get on over the next few weeks. You can always buy them if nothing comes of them. And then my extra little growing space out here is my sort of set of shelves, which I've been talking about for a while, really, haven't I? But under here I've got, these are black Tuscan kale and a curly kale, but these are not doing very well at all. And similarly with the Brussels sprouts, I don't know why, they just all sort of shriveled up, so I've had to re-sow. And I'll show you them. They're in the grow unit at the moment. But yes, this is not looking too great. Very disappointed with them. And there's some leeks at the back, and they are doing all right. And then there's some sugar snap peas, and they have only just popped through, but they are doing fine. And on this level here are more leeks, multi-sown leeks. They are hopefully going to be ready to go in when my potatoes come out, and maybe my broad beans come out. And here are the geranium cuttings that I took, and they actually must be doing all right because they've got flowers on them. So I suppose I should pot them on into bigger pots, and hopefully they'll grow all right. My cold frame is in use this season. It's got 4 cucumbers at the back. They are Burpless Green Tasty. I'm not sure if they're going to stay in here or whether they are gonna go somewhere else, but I'm not really sure where else they're gonna go, so they probably are gonna stay in here. And then just down here I've got my butternut squash plants and one courgette plant, and that will probably go into a pot when I come back from visiting my family. Around the front in my mini greenhouse, you will have seen me plant these up in the last vlog I did, so there hasn't been much growth because I only did this yesterday, but they look like they've settled in well, and it'll be interesting to see how much they grow in the week I'm away. But very pleased with how they're looking at the moment. And I've even got the canes done, and there's a bit of space here where I can grow some small seedlings or some chilies or something, so there's still space. My chilies and pepper plants are still on my windowsill. This one is getting a fruit on it now. This is a chili. And what have we got here? We've got sweet peppers there. I've only just tipped them because they were sowed a bit later than the other ones I've got. Obviously a cactus, just enjoying being in the sun. This one's a chili and this one's a golden chili, so they are the same plant. And then these are the sweet peppers, and they are starting to get a bit of a fruit on them, but nothing on these other ones yet. And my other windowsill, these ones are a bit more advanced, and they are getting a bit of green fly on them, so I just check them every day or so and squash the green fly. But these are doing well. These are longhorn chili, and they are beginning to fruit up as well. And similarly, these are red skin dwarf pepper plants, so they're not meant to grow very big, and they're meant to give you sort of lunchbox size peppers. So we've got some flowers on them, and hopefully we'll get some fruit on them soon. And finally we come to the grow unit. So I've got some more sugar snap peas here, and the peas you saw in the shelf outside I'd actually started in here, and then I swapped the trays over so these would germinate quicker as well, and they have done. And then at the back, those are my Swedes, but they seem to be taking forever to come through. They really are. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my brassicas at the moment. I started off with great success, and they've all sort of gone off a bit now. However, this row of beetroots, multi-sown beetroots, are looking good, and these pak choi are looking good. The kohlrabi, the white kohlrabi, I've only got one come through at the moment. These are kale, and again these are not looking too clever, but we'll get what we get, I suppose. And there's a couple of Brussels sprouts come through, but they are not looking so good either, which is a bit well, I'm not really sure why. And there is some spring onions, multi-sown spring onions. Then there's lettuce, which is doing well. Some cinnamon basil at the back. Some oregano. Some red sorrel, which nothing's happening. Some dill, which is looking good. Some parsley, which is looking good. Nothing in the chervil, and the tarragon is doing well. Nothing in the curly kale, and just 2 purple sprouting broccolis there. Well, that's it for my tour today. I've got a bit of a mixed bag. Some things are doing really well and other things are not. For instance, my brassicas are really struggling at the moment. Maybe it's too hot for them. Sometimes they struggle to germinate when it's hot, don't they? But the brassicas that I sowed earlier in the season that are outside are doing really well. And if you join me next time, I'll be doing a plot tour of what's in the ground at the moment. So that's it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed looking around my growing spaces and seeing what's going on my windowsills and greenhouses. And all I can say about my plants today is lovely job. And thank you for watching, liking, subscribing and commenting if you have done so. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.